Hello and welcome to the J1 podcast. I'm your first host, Tomas Nakamura.
Elvis Olivares, second host.
And I'm your third host, Jenny Fernandez.
So for today, I was just wondering if any of you have of the 7-Elevens in Japan and how great they are, because I went to Japan twice and they were just so incredible. I don't know if you guys have heard anything of how many 7-Elevens and how you can actually get good food in them in Japan. I don't know if you've heard anything about that.
No, yeah, I've heard a few things.
Not like 7-Eleven in particular, but just of like convenience stores in general, like Family Mart and things of the sort.
You can get like good food, like this thing called a katsu sandwich. It's just basically a katsu sandwich. You take tonkatsu, which is basically like, I think it's pork, breaded in panko and then deep fried, very lightly deep fried, I think. And you put it on the sandwich with a sauce, and it is so good and surprisingly cheap as well, for like maybe 200 yen in a 7-Eleven.
Oh, really?
They just offer all incredible foods like that.
I mean, I don't think that's like unique to 7-Eleven, because I know that there's other stores like Lawson's and Family Mart, and they're also like pretty cheap, but they also serve like pretty good food. So it's just like convenient stores in like general, I think, in like Japan have like a pretty wide variety of food for like pretty cheap, and like they're pretty much everywhere as well.
Sorry, I just meant like in general. It's just because when I went to Japan, I only went to really 7-Elevens because I was used to the brand. They also have like sushi, and actually sushi in general in Japan is a lot cheaper and a lot tastes a lot better because it's more fresh. And of course that's easier because of how close it is to the ocean.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you're always getting fresh food, right?
Because if you think about it, America, if you want sushi, you have to get shipped from far away, and it's probably not going to be the freshest fish.
Yeah, that's true because of like the amount of time it would take to ship it here, right?
Yeah, and also it's more expensive because it takes a lot of money to ship it. Oh, actually, I just remembered. I went to a fish mart in Japan, and I saw this massive tuna that was just, I think it's bluefin tuna, that was just absolutely massive. It kind of blew me away. Do you know this like bluefin tunas?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, I haven't seen one here, but yeah, I have seen like pictures of them. They can get like pretty big. I think like maybe 6 feet long, a couple 100 pounds worth of like tuna too.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I'm pretty sure it's like all really high quality fish meat. So it's not like if you get a shark you can't eat it. It's all high quality meat. Actually, I'm pretty sure there was like a recent auction and it sold for a lot of money.
It's like a couple million, I think. I'm pretty sure I know the one you're talking about. But it's like because they're all like specially bred, I think, too. Like they're not really like introduced to other kind of species, and they're kind of like specifically bred to be like pretty big and pretty high quality fish as well.
Yeah,
that actually kind of reminds me of like Wagyu fish. It's like Wagyu fish.
Oh, like the like A5 like A5 beef, like when you're
Yeah,
like
because
at a
those are like
place.
They're fed like beer or something and given massages. It's kind of insane, and I don't really get it. It tastes really good. I've had it before.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like you want to like treat the meat as well as you can, right? Before you're gonna serve it. So I mean, I understand that part.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like it's like a little extra, like the massages and stuff.
I don't quote me on this because I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the reason they do all this stuff is to reduce the stress in the cows, because I think the stress produces a certain chemical of some sort.
Yeah, it's like hormones and stuff, and like stress can like dilate the blood vessels and as well, so it can give it like a little less flavor. So that's why if you keep it, that's why kind of like free range stuff, like they don't like put things in it because the amount of stress and the living conditions is like not as bad, which means that the quality of the meat is going to be a little more is going to be better, but that's also going to make it more expensive because you have to wait for longer.
That's true. Because I mean, if they're not put under like very and then are treated like that, I'm guessing it's gonna taste better.
Oh, if you're paying, you have to pay a lot for it, so you'd hope
Yeah.
it tastes really good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like A5 Wagyu, that's like that can per like every what, maybe like 100 grams, that can cost you upwards of like 2,000 yen. It's like it's pretty expensive.
It's also, I mean, I'm just imagining a cook just burning wagyu. That'd be such a shame. It's just you need a really good cook too, because otherwise you're just
Yeah.
gonna waste such a delicious piece of meat.
You know, I mean, that's why you go to like a like a kind of place that's kind of like a Korean barbecue, where like they actually like cook the meat in front of you after you like pick it. I don't know if there's like a Japanese equivalent to that, but I know that like
I
because I
think
like going to those kinds of places.
I actually had it yesterday. We made it at home. I think
Wagyu or just like meat?
it's called yakiniku. It's like
Yakiniku. Oh, like putting it on the burner.
yeah, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like Korean barbecue, just Japanese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that
And
was
we
like I
actually
just said like Korean barbecue because that was like the closest thing I could think to like what it would be like.
yeah. I mean, I think we technically had wagyu yesterday, but I think it was like some cheap off-brand version that's not
It was
really
like
wagyu.
A3 Wagyu.
Yeah, something like that. It was still really delicious, but I
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel like it wasn't the. I think A5 is actually like 50-50, half fat, half.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like the fat is like intermingled with like the muscle. So like when you like cut into it with a knife, it's like you're cutting into butter. So like it just like melts in your mouth when you have it.
Mm.
I haven't had it. This is just like what people have told me.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had A5 either. I think it's probably not worth it for how much it
I don't know.
costs.
Maybe it might be if you like, because I really like meat. So
I
like I
guess
think it might be worth it for like a meal, like to go out for like lunch or something. Like obviously not have it every day, but just like
like once
you
in a
know,
while.
It's
yeah,
like a
like
special
a
occasion or
treat.
something.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like that.
Well, thank you for listening to the J1 podcast, but this is all the time we have for today.